Good morning. Welcome once again to Crypto Corner. I'm your host, Greg Harriman, and we are not financial advice, but we're just doing things and telling you what we're doing and seeing whether you want to do them or not, follow or not follow. That's all okay. But if you do get anything out of this, smash the like button, refer it out, and let's jump into it today. I always like showing this. The thing that I've added here is we're now 244 days since the halving. We're experienced a correction, although we're continuing to hit higher lows, which is great. And we've experienced a new all-time high for Bitcoin. So this is following the chart, the way that this chart is set up. And we think it's just going to continue to follow that chart. Once we made it to this box, we started saying, we think this is where we start moving. And that was in November. Now we are at the end of December. We have an election that's now over with, and we have a pro crypto president coming in. We've got a lot of news going on with crypto. We've got a lot of different things happening. And so now what we're trying to do is, how do we get to the next level? Where do we sell? What do we do? I have some of that listed for you today. I'm going to try not to make this long. The problem is there's just so much information, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting what you're looking for. I just threw this chart in today. Just, I'm going to start counting down the days to the next halving. That's 1,312. We have Bitcoin that hit the all-time high. This is saying it's still in the buy zone and accumulate for Bitcoin. We're doing a little less of that. You're going to see we're actually think the ETH is sluggish, and we sold most of our ETH, and we moved it into DOT, Atom, and XRP. So as we go along, you'll see. I threw out some numbers that I thought we would hit. Bitcoin to 100, that's now done. QNT to 125, that's done. Some of these others are DOT to 10. We hit right about 10. So, and we've sold some of these, and now you're going to watch. There's going to always be a correction. So what we want to do is we want to be buying into those corrections like they are right now, and we're doing right now. We're buying. We almost have no cash left, but we also feel like there may be a whole nother week or two of sideways motion, and maybe even another leg down. But we kind of don't care at this point. We don't mind our entry points, and that's what you have to ask yourself. When do I want to move into these things? And even though we feel like we're in this phase one with Bitcoin still going up, having dominance, phase two, ETH starts outperforming, and we just sold our ETH. The reason that we did is we think that DOT and Atom can 2 or 3 times from here, and we've already 2x'd our ETH. So again, if you look at some of these, this chart just shows every week, and I actually have 2 charts in here because I was fooling around with it. So this so that there's actually 2 charts in that little process there. What I really want to show you today, though, is that if you see ETH major change, we sold 80% of our ETH. So you see all of this green here, this is all sold. And what did we do? We have not bought back in. If it went all the way down to 3,000, we would think about buying back in some. But right now, we're happy with where we're at. And Sol, we're holding on there. But the biggest news for us this week is we went ahead and sold this because we started out with our original price of about 22. So we're up about 80% or so. And we feel like we almost doubled our money in that. We feel like DOT and Atom can double or triple their money. So we moved it into that. So you can see in this highlighted yellow, we bought back in. DOT, we had sold at $10, right? This 9 and 10. This is our first strategy. Was our dollar price averaging was 478. So at $10, we had 2x'd our money. We took that 10% out, and then the dip came all the way back down to 790. We bought that 10% back, and on top of it, we sold our ETH and we bought more. So we're not staking that. We feel like this should be, we're feeling like it's going to be a short-term bounce in January when it hits $9 again and $10, even from the $7 range. That's about 25%. We will take some of that off the table because we think, we're going to go up, 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 and then we're going to have that another correction. And while we go up, we're just going to be banking that money, and then we'll have cash on the sidelines like we did right now. And this has been a great buy. I mean, we had bought this originally, say at 478. We had sold at 10. We just bought back at 790. So, 20% drop there. And we're going to sell that again at 25 to 30%. Same with Atom. You see, we went to 1050. We sold our first 5%, but we bought that all back in at 760. And we're going to continue to do that. We think it's a good idea. The one difference is what you see over on this right-hand side where it says it's staking. These numbers will change with the new influx of money that we added from buying, from selling our ETH and buying with that money. But you can see we took it out of ETH in this blue part of the circle and we put it into DOT and Atom. So we kept it in our 65%, which we feel is really safe. But what we want is we think Atom and DOT has a higher percentage of being able to go up. And so we think we'll take that chance and we think that we'll have really good results with that. I had kept this in here. This is just stuff we're looking at. You guys can go back through. I just wanted to remind you of the ones that we are looking at. I didn't update the prices on this week. A lot of them are down. So what you'd want to do is say you had conviction on Carrot and it's back down to 47 cents. Well, you can already see the three places that this has been. If Prime is back down from 13 to 8, then you say, I have a good chance of getting back to that 13 in this next run. So again, those things are up to you. We want you to do your own investigation. We want you to have your own, ideas and your own, like you can go look at any of these type of things that are out there, whether they're gaming or they're AI or they're finance or decentralized finance. You decide what thing you're looking at or where you think the things are going to be, like XRP with all the transactions that it's doing right now, we think is another good buy. We think that more and more people are going to be using it. And we just think I'm probably going to do a segment just on XRP coming up because we think it's going to be the new digital money. And as we move towards that, how do we put ourselves in a good position, maybe from selling some of these others as they go up, to be in that long term? Again, that's just our conviction. You do your conviction. I like showing this chart. Again, I think that, these cycles are so fast where you go up and like right now, everyone is crying. We're not crying at all. We think this is awesome. We think DOT and Atom going from $10.50 and $10 down to, $7.50 or right around there. We think that's awesome because we're buying back in. And we have every conviction that it is going back to the $10 plus. We actually think it's going higher than that. So this is a great opportunity for us to we put the cash aside, then we re-engaged it. We hope that you're doing the same. We are staking some of that, as you can see in the other slides. We will continue to stake some of that, but we want to be able to move this money in and out as it goes. Again, this is just really talking about selling our ETH at 80% of our ETH, and we bought XRP, DOT, and Atom. We are staking. You guys, hopefully, I've been getting some good feedback. I really appreciate that. A lot of people asking me to do a segment on Jasmine and on XRP. So those are the two I'm looking at doing just a 5 to 10 minute segment on of where we think it's going. And you can see in some of this exactly where we're going to sell all these. In the Jasmine case, we we went right up against that point 0.6 where we would have sold like 10%. We would have been able to buy that almost a 50% discount, but it didn't quite reach it. It reached 5.9. And so, but that was our conviction. We thought we'd get to 6.1. We didn't. So, but as it fell down, we had already sold some. We bought back in. We think Jasmine is going to be a very good coin for the future. We think XRP is going to be a good coin. Almost all the ones we have in here, super, but they're all in different segments. If you look at them, you know, Jasmine is the Internet of Things. Ripple is finance, and super is gaming. So you decide which element you really are looking at, you think is going to explode. And then remember, it will go in segments. Once gaming takes off, all of gaming will take off. Gala Games, all of those different ones that we've been watching and are on our main list, those will all take off. Once again, if you like what we're doing here, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And we hope that you guys are killing it. We think we've got a couple in and out weeks, you know, for the next couple weeks. But I think really my next target date is the 20th of January, the inauguration, where they say we're going to turn some stuff loose. And I think, you know, that's all the news cycle. And then, you know, people will feed off that news cycle and they'll dump money in. We want to be, maybe we'll even be selling some at that point. You'll see, we've listed out where our sell ranges are on all these. And if you bought and sold with us, you have 10% more coins than you had in Dot and Atom than you had just a week ago, all for the same prices. So you have more coins, and all that's going to do is, we think, as it goes up, it's just going to put more money in your pocket in 2025. And we think that's our year. That's our year to make the best wealth that we can, and then we just want to move forward from there. And then we'll watch it as it comes back down, and then we will buy back in, and we'll be holding, and we'll be, at that point, we'll be doing a lot of farming, and we'll be doing a lot of you know, things that are staked to take the money that we just made and make more money off that. So hopefully you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time on Crypto Corner. Thanks. It's Greg Harriman signing out.